guys, and we are back. You already know what it is. It's the What's Up radio show. We are winding down. We still have Miss Rose in the studio with us. My girl Nadia is still there. I still here. You there?
Right here.
All right, we here.
Rahmat! All right, Rahmat. You know, throw your 2 hands. Yeah. Put them up there. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Ken. Ken ain't here today, but, you know, Ken is always here with us in spirit.
Yep, you know, Ken working behind the scenes.
Always
Still.
got us covered.
Still.
Thank you, Ken. Can I shout out my baby father?
Gian, you need to stop this. Oh,
Hi,
my gosh.
babe.
Shout out to G.
Love you. Okay, back to what we're doing.
Back to work.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit, Sheena, about you doing a piece for the amazing Venus Williams. That was earlier in your career.
Oh,
but I still think it's an amazing, you know, happening to not be scoffed at. And I want to let the people know a little bit more. It was under the Rush. It was a Rush exhibition, right? Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Wow.
It was Rush Philanthropic Art Foundation.
Right.
And my friend got Bishop Oshun Lane and Franklin Sherman, the director, invited me to this auction. So it had like these major artists like Kylie Wiley that did the Obama portrait, Karen Walker, all of these major. So I submitted a tone drawing. I having a good time at this auction, and then I saw this tall lady. So I said, "Wait, that's Serena Williams." So I approached her and I said, "Hi, excuse me, are you Serena Williams?" She said, "No, everyone always thinks so." I said, "Okay." So I walk away. I said, "Sheena, find your manners. Go back and answer what's her name." So I come there now and I said, "Hi, excuse me, you are a beautiful woman. What is your name?" She said, "Venus Williams." I said, "Just what?" I said, "What?" I said, "My work over there." She said, "Oh." I said, "Yeah." So she following me in the back of my head. I'm like, Venus Williams is following me. So when she saw this work, she put a heart. And I'm like, oh my God, Venus Williams. So then she was freaking out about me. I was freaking out about her. And she asked for 2 business cards. So I assumed that for the sister too.
Yeah.
Right, sure. So then later on in the night, now people fighting for the peace and everything. And then the night was over, and I asked who won. So they said that at first it wasn't one of the people didn't realize I was part of the auction. So they said, "I'm sorry, we can't give that kind of information." I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Well, I'm the artist for that piece." They said, "Oh, you're the artist? Oh, Venus Williams brought your piece." I said, "What?"
Oh my God.
Epic.
I had tears.
I can imagine.
I had tears.
wow.
But when I'm going back to Miami, I'm going to see if I could get hold of her too and her company.
You better. You better let her see the new editions and the new
It's
series that
true.
you brought out since then.
It's true.
And she bought a series from Town, right?
From town, and
Yeah.
from there I was in New York Times. Other celebrities have brought my work, and then the most like bizarre but amazing at the same time. One day I was talking to someone selling clothes on the street. I like to be on the street. And
That's the artist that you, I guess.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I was talking, and then I was showing the person my work. So they said, I said, "You can Google me." So I just Googled myself. You know, it sounds very arrogant, but I Googled myself. And then I saw Emma Watson.
I wanted to get to that.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Tell us about it. Get into
Mind
it.
blown.
Get into
But
it.
you like to ask, I don't want to spoil
No.
your moment. I could pretend.
flow with it. Okay, so
Yes.
you've had a very big actress on the scene.
I wonder who that is.
I wonder. And she posted your work on IG,
Yes.
and it garnered millions of views.
It did.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
I was shocked.
And listeners, just ignore that she mentioned the name like 30 seconds before.
I was shocked. The
Yeah.
same way how Cece was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. All of a sudden, I saw my name get tagged onto something, and I saw 2 of my paintings, and I saw a heart. I said, "What's this?" And Emma Watson put Sheena Rose.
One of my favorite female artists or something like that.
Yeah, that was in vogue,
blown.
mind you. but on IG.
Emma Watson is the girl from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Hermione. Hermione. That's a big deal. Yeah.
Hermione loves your stuff.
Yeah.
She put it on. It went viral. It went Facebook. It went Twitter. It went IG. And I never met her.
Yeah.
So I feel she'd be home eating she popcorn, watching me on IG stories when it gets to know I'm bad.
Like a crazy woman. I said, I love this girl. Where's she from? Barbados? I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing.
I hope one of these
That
days.
your art transcends these borders. You got people from all over the place. Just, you know, I had the pleasure of being your muse as well too. And then it was a performance piece, which was different. Because that's the thing about you. You don't just, you know, put your art on a canvas with paint. You actually like act out your
You
art,
become the canvas.
dance out your art.
She gotta share the story to you know.
It was
Tell me.
amazing. Just getting Sheena to coach you is like, this is an amazing experience because this is the Sheena Rose pulling you out of your comfort zone, your shell, getting you to shed all of that fear, let go all of that inhibition, and just pull the expression out. So you couldn't be scared to enter into what you were entering into.
Idea
Right.
of your
So
experience.
my character in the entire piece was, how should I say it? My character symbolized the pressures that we get from the outside world, especially as a celebrity, if it is that what we do puts us into that celebrity light. So my piece had a lot of eyes on it because all eyes are on you when you're like that. And my character was very true to my nature. I actually dug really deep to perform it. It made me think about people who suffer with anxiety and panic attacks, which I do with, you know, time to time, getting a little vulnerable here.
Same here too.
But it made you tap into that vulnerability because that's what happens as well when you got all of these eyes on you.
Right.
You're doing these amazing things that sometimes can be overwhelming. You don't know how to deal with all the attention that's coming in. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. How are you going to deal with it? So I just had this like ever so weird twitch. Because, you know, sometimes it's be a little bit too much. It was so creepy. It was good, though. And our audience was in Japan. So that in itself is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
She's like, yeah, we're going to have to perform at 9 o'clock in the night. I'm like, why? What do you mean? It's like, well, it's the time difference. I'm like, what do you mean the time? It's in Japan. I'm like, what? So we had, you know, that's a language barrier that you're breaking. That's a time barrier that you're breaking. That's a geographical barrier that you're breaking because with the dawn of technology now, we had it up on Periscope.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, a mental barrier.
Yeah, because
We had some of the other actors crying,
all kinds of
breaking down. It was because it was
I
emotional.
can be very intense.
Yes.
Trust me.
Tell me about it.
I may look nice now, but Lord, people say go from 1 to 100, maybe 1,000. Yeah, so I think Nadia did a fantastic job being this creature. We had these big waist, these big gigantic waist, and she had these bells, and it was you gotta do 1cc though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the performance art is different
down.
to.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
I go into film too, you know, so you know I looking at both.
All right, you better keep your eye on me, girl.
I am busy. You know what I mean?
Oh, guys.
I am busy.
You gotta give me a video of that piece. I would love to watch it again.
I got it on my phone so I could send it to you.
Sweet.
It kind of look bootleg though.
Sweet. Well,
Like it got filmed with a calculator.
I can work with it still.
I know.
I can work with it still. It's
know.
all right. What do we want to get into next? I really like the fact that we have a Boondocks reboot coming back out.
I was just monitoring that development. I just want to make sure
It's gonna happen. Now it's gonna happen.
And it's the same producers and writers. So maybe they do
Voice
that.
actors. They're concerned about Regina King, because Regina used to do 2 of the main
Voices.
She does Riley.
Yeah,
She does
yeah.
Riley and.
So I don't know if she's gonna be signing back on board to be able to do those voices, because you know the voices are really iconic.
Yeah,
and again,
yeah.
like Boondocks is part of culture. It's like a staple.
It is.
Yeah, for people who grew up watching BET as well too.
Yeah.
And that hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And
I was surprised when it stopped because
and US politics as well. It's a real good way of touching tongue on cheek about, you know, the different nuances and stuff that happening throughout U.S. politics.
I find Boondocks, the like Family Guy and American Dad and those kind of animations, they have the conversations that we're afraid to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they expose all of that, and because it's animated, you know, it's funny. It's, you know, there's satire in it, but a lot of things will fly over your head if you do not know what's going on in the world.
I'll go under the radar.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's true.
And animations like Boondocks are very important to this new generation. We need it. We need it back.
Yeah.
I think so too.
We need it back.
Which brings me to my next point, Sheena, because you're just all over the place. It's so amazing. Like, seriously, you guys need to know. If y'all don't know, y'all need to know. You met George Booth.
Yes, it
He's
is.
a famous cartoonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in his 90s. He lasted long too, but he looks so good
I know.
for being in his 90s.
And his memory, and that was my second time. I met him through my friend again, Ocean Lane mom. I call her Mommy Sandra.
Yeah.
And before I went to New York, she told me, Sheena, would love to let you meet George Booth.
So for you guys and listeners out there who don't know who George Booth is, he is a famous cartoonist that has worked for the New Yorker
Yeah.
for probably all of his cartooning life.
Yeah.
And he's also done drawings for the Dr. Seuss publications as well.
Wow.
Which is a big deal. If it is that, I know a lot of people out there grew up on Dr. Seuss or, you know, put
One
their
of my
kids on
favorites.
Dr. Seuss. And, you know, just to, again, you know, art goes so far. It's amazing the different expressions that we take for granted that art plays a part in. And it makes me think about your doodle books, your really small doodle books where you know, just chronicle these little stories. You're a little cartoonist in your own little way.
I always want to be a cartoonist. Like, I done all these major stuff, and in my heart, I still want to be a cartoonist. So to watch him, we were at this party. They had this little dog named Killer. I mean, a little tiny dog.
The cutest little dog ever, you know.
And
The
named
cutest
Killer.
little dog. Named Killer. Named Killer.
And we were talking, and I showed him my work, and he said, Sheena, you will get out there. And he said, I want you to write the New Yorkers and tell them that I recommended your name. You're not going to just make it, they need you. So, sorry. So I said, wow, thank you. So I remember Mommy Sandra idea, and she said she would love if we could draw together. And he loved my works. That he said, what do you want me to draw? And I will be honest, I didn't do research as yet that moment. I just knew he was a famous cartoonist.
Right.
And I look at the dog killer and I said, draw a dog. Right? Draw the dog killer. So he drew this dog. And then when I Google him, then I realized he drew a lot of dogs in his work.
Yeah.
So then I said, you know what? I like to be fair. I like to sorry, I don't like to exploit people or anything. So I would like to give him a drawing myself. So I gave him one of my newest drawings, and then we did a drawing together. I started with the dog head killer, and then he continued the rest. And we gave the drawing
This
to
one here?
Mommy Sandra.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he have a Sheena Rose, I have a George Booth, and
And
Mommy
she has a collab.
yeah, and Mommy Sandra have
Wow.
both.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know if the
amazing.
camera can see it.
Yeah,
Can
so
you see it on the camera?
You guys check out George Booth. Like some epic work when you think about the New Yorker and Dr. Seuss.
yeah.
And
Checking it out.
our homegrown Sheena Rose had the opportunity of collabing with George Booth, guys.
Yeah.
This is nothing to be scoffed at. This is amazing. Why is it that we're not hearing more about you, Sheena?
I know. We're in the presence of greatness. Like,
don't
come
know.
on.
I really don't know.
Come
I-
on.
Why are they not publications, Stokely? Why is she not on the front page of the news? Why isn't there like congratulations and welcomings when she comes back in from all these amazing trips?
I have no idea.
Putting Barbados on the map.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta speak in Spanish. No, see, I don't know. No comprendo. Right? I don't understand it.
It is a shame though.
Yeah.
It's an indictment on us.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of the
I
great
think
work
so.
that she's done and many others
Yes.
before and probably currently.
The Javons.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And the chakra
amazing.
bars.
And the
Like-
chakras, you
Like
know?
when I posted the flyer for tonight, letting people know Sheena was gonna be in the studio with us. I had about 3 or 4 people message me. They're like, "Who's Sheena Rose? Who's Sheena
Yeah.
Rose?" I said, "Oh my God, this is why we need this show.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why we need this."
Sheena is
I'm
what's
like, "You
up.
don't
What do you
know?"
mean?
You don't know who Sheena Rose is? Okay, just tune in tonight.
And
You
I
gotta
am
find out.
serious about that insurance thing because
Yeah.
I don't think, well, I shouldn't be saying this more and more because people are going to realize how valuable the work is, but it is.
I'm gonna make try it. Tife.
You're right, so I don't want to let it out there. But the real thing is that art is a big money making place. Because in the next couple of years, not even years, days, you will hear that piece cost $100,000.
And not
Yes.
only art, guys, listeners, but black art. Like we had, you talked about Jay-Z when he reached $1 billion, and a lot of that money is also attributed to his ownership of black
Correct.
art that is
Correct.
It's true.
aging like fine wine and property. You have
Jay-Z
to
and
invest.
Beyonce are
So-
collectors.
Yes,
That's true.
we
Art
also have people that
collectors.
dabble in the art world, like Chris Brown. Got other artists out there that are actually doing fine art. Not to mention the collaborations that can come out of it. You see fine artists collaborating with the fashion world, where your graphic could be on the back of a jacket.
Yes.
I am wearing
socks.
I'm wearing a sock that is a book.
Yeah,
Yeah. So even writers.
yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Pins and everything. So even DJs and all of that create pins. And I brought a book about artists working with fashion designers.
Yeah.
Our artists are recognized for the signature.
Sheena, you might get a little gig with Riri.
Yeah.
You might work with LVMH and get a
stop.
sweet gossip. A sweet gossip or a tone on the back of a Riri jacket. What's going on? Riri. Show me that there real quick. Let's come in real quick. What's up, everyone? Let's come in. But Sheena, you doing big things. Those things
Yeah.
are possible.
Thank you.
So
That
proud.
you may be.
starving artist moments, but
Yeah.
I will get over that.
Yeah. I think you're working hard enough to be able to overcome that. Now we spoke about this with Stiffy last week. How artists cross over. You
Yeah.
don't always have to be music. You know. And
Yep.
this is testimony to it here as well.
Collaborations and everything. You know,
Yeah.
I collaborated with musicians. I did book covers. I could go into fashion if I like.
They had a Broadway production as well too this year.
But last year with Tall Salons, another famous director.
And you did a cover for that.
Yeah, I done.
The work, like
Yeah, I did.
Broadway
your
and thing people. We don't know
portfolio
what's
is
Broadway.
amazing.
We don't know what's Venus Williams.
Wait, where did
I don't know what's Washington D.C.
Where did the mention come? Was it New York Times?
I was on New York Times 3 times.
Oh
Yeah.
I was on
my
cover for New York
goodness!
I actually think we have somebody in New York Times. Shout out to another Bajan
Who's that?
in New York Times. I can't remember. I can get back to y'all about that.
Lord.
I think we got an editor or
need
somebody.
to shine more light on our Bajans out there doing incredible things.
Smells like a fresh segment for
Smells like a
WhatsApp.
fresh segment.
Will you think Stokes? Will you
Will
think
you think
That
Stokes?
song
Yeah, I
good.
think you should go with it.
Yeah.
I will enjoy it.
Yeah. You
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you
Do we
so
have any more
much.
time?
We done
The
already.
petition is signed yet, boy. We still finishing at 8 apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently.
Apparently.
But we got Sheena Rose in the house, people. Thank you so much for passing through and
Thank you
blessing up
too,
our
ladies.
platform.
Thank you
so
so
much.
This has been
Thank you.
our third episode of What's Up with your favorite personality. And next week we're gonna be having Miss Another Rose.
Another rose.
Another rose.
Another Rose that you
Rose.
love too.
Oh!
Another Rose that you love, Baba.
Yes.
Oh my God. Dippy, 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 dippy,
Yes,
dippy.
Miss Mara
Miss Mara Rose gonna be up in the crank next week. She actually made it to the finals. Congratulations!
Congratulations,
You deserve it, girl.
Yes, so she faced up on the big poster, the big
Aye,
post.
aye.
Yeah, for the list, you know, in the short list of boys, the big graphic. And she got King Bubba next. So she's a big one now.
Yeah.
She's
She
a big
look
one.
real sweet on the poster
The
too.
positioning for the poster look real like powerful though.
Yeah.
Mara! Mara, we see you, Mara.
She was in the performance with us.
Yes. Look at all of the women working together. All the
Yes.
black women in Barbados is end up working together in some
And
form
it's
of
beautiful.
capacity, somehow
It's beautiful.
or the other. I love
She's
it.
so in my head. Dippy, dippy, dippy.
Yeah.
I love it. I
You
can't
gotta go
wait till
vote
next
for her. You know you
week.
can vote for her every day.
For real?
So because you vote yesterday don't mean that you can't vote today.
Vote
You gotta go
every day, guys.
single
Every
day and
single
vote
day.
for your favorite artist.
But where?
Go and check out her page.
Oh, on her
She got
page.
all the information out there.
Okay, sweet.
And
Yeah.
let everybody know where they can find Miss Sheena Rose again.
On at Sheena Rose Artist on Instagram.
Yes, and then she has an amazing Facebook, but Instagram got all the stories that you can want to see. She is a character. She's goofy. She's funny. She's intense. She's dramatic
Yeah.
Yeah.
as tail.
Yes.
but you're gonna love it.
And
You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
pretty
every-
amazing.
Yeah, every piece is a masterpiece. Whether it's her performing arts, whether it's one of her little doodles in her cartoon book, whether it's a big piece, whether it's her traveling and doing something amazing and iconic to put Barbados on the map. Man, that page entertaining.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed. Trust me. Go and follow.
Thank you. If I'm watching Venus Williams, watching
Wait. But I would tell.
Yeah, I was watching your stories today. You
I was
were trying to figure out. I saw you taking out your old clothes, putting in your new sweet clothes that you buy overseas. Thought what you should pack
I like
today.
a water door. I like a.
Oh yeah, the bicycle. But tell me what this bicycle
You
purchase.
got a bicycle.
I brought. It's true. I was singing a song about bicycle because things get hard in Barbados.
Bus fare $3.50 and gas got up.
I got my little phone too. I brought a little $98 phone.
I saw the cheap phone.
Things getting too rough.
Things getting brown for true. So you moving with the times. You moving with the times.
I'm moving back in time.
And I bet you this is the beginning of another amazing piece. I know how Sheena brains work.
Yep.
I know how Sheena brain does work.
You know I'm going in that studio just now.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
guys so much for tuning in another Wednesday.
Plug us quick, see, before we
I know.
go.
Before you guys, before we go, you gotta go follow us to keep up with us. Come on, it's the WhatsApp Radio Show. You gotta look for us on IG, WhatsApp Radio 246,
Yep.
Facebook, WhatsApp Radio 246, and you can search for us on YouTube, the WhatsApp Radio Show.
And remember to click the bell so that you can see anytime we drop new videos, okay? I think that we have the last interview with Stiffy up.
Yeah.
So go ahead and watch that. Click like. You're going to love it. That's a real fun episode. I had a lot of fun last week. And I had a lot of fun again this week.
I did too.
Oh,
Guys, you do not want to miss next week.
Yes,
you don't want to miss
guys.
this new segment. We are coming. Guys, tune in next week. We want to thank you again to the Starcom Network and the Beat 104.1, the home of the WhatsApp Radio Show. Without you, we would be home talking to each other.
And to you listeners that listen to us every week,
Thank
We
you
love
so
you.
Thank you so much.
you don't have to do it, and you do.
So we're going to hear you again next Wednesday, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sheena, tell everybody bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, peoples. See you
night.
next week.